Hey, good evening. Good evening. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Tonight's live stream, the only really dedicated theme that tonight's live stream has is that I'm debuting a new song. I mentioned it on Monday's stream. The song is called Dust on My Face, and I'll be playing that towards the middle of tonight's set. It's going to be our normal stream length. And I'm going to start off tonight with Set the Pain Free. Hope you guys enjoy tonight's show. You're being eaten alive by the pain inside your heart. There can't be that much room if you've hidden it from the start. You stored it away so you never have to see it again. You lock the door and you swallow the key and you think that this is the end. But now it's so full, the hinges are breaking. You started so strong, but your will is shaking. I'll tell you what you gotta do. Sing a song, sing it loud, at the top of your lungs, ahead of the crowd. And if you're out of key, it don't matter to the man that you need to be. Open up the door and set the pain free. If the love of your life packs up for someone new, just sing a song to their memory whenever it makes you blue. When the world is hurting and her burden is too strong, make up a happy melody and the world will sing along. 'Cause letting it go will save you the pain of keeping it in and locking it away. I think you know what you gotta do. Sing a song, sing it loud, at the top of your lungs, ahead of the crowd. And if you're out of key, it don't matter to the man that you need to be. Open up the door and set the pain free. Everyone's got a song to sing, but don't wait around till the bells start to ring. There is no better time than now. Sing it now. Look inside your heart. Where did all that joy come from? There was nothing but pain in there. Is this what it has become? See, the words that you say is the pain coming out, and the joy coming in is the notes that you shout. You're whole again, so what are you gonna do? Sing a song, sing it loud, at the top of your lungs, ahead of the crowd. And if you're out of key, it don't matter to the man that you need to be. Sing a song, sing it loud, at the top of your lungs, ahead of the crowd. And if you're out of key, it don't matter to the man that you need to be. Open up your heart, set the pain free. Set the pain free. All right, thanks again. That was Set the Pain Free. Let's see who's here tonight. Twigs is here. Thank you so much for coming in, as always. And hello to Alan. Thank you so much for coming in as well. And my sister is here tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. And yes, the new song will be coming out towards the middle of tonight's set list. We'll keep on... So I'm missing this. Well, as I mentioned, it's going to be towards the middle of tonight's set. And Joe just came in. Hello, Joe. Thank you all very much for coming in. I'll do a couple of newer songs. Leading up to it, keep the show going with this one. There's the problem. All right, this song is called Heaven on Two Wheels. A straight and narrow country road, green and gravel, all that's seen, sky of blue and homes of white, clearings few and far between, a pedal steady as a glide, a balance learned from long ago, generations passed it down, hard and fast or soft and slow. Very few can break this seal, it's just you and this heaven on two wheels. Heaven on two wheels. Wind blows by a chiseled face, salt and pepper on your head, young with just a touch of old, shows the life with which you led, a soulful song you carried on, was only ever sung by you, the passers-by where motors run, I'm guessing less than 62. Your steady heels, but one will touch your heaven on two wheels. Your heaven on two wheels. Cell phone rings, four wheels fly past the low speed limit sign. He looks away for just a touch. The luck ain't on your side this time. A crunch of metal, skin and bone breaks the silence of your way, and yes, it settles back to earth. Your blood settles in the clay. Your soul weaves right by this field, and you climb up to heaven on two wheels. To heaven on two wheels. A broken family split for good. You gave no chance to mend your home. And Friday nights are not the same without the voice you made your own. But we remember all the times you bared your soul for us to hear. And for me you gave the world through your words and through your cheers. So let your spirit be revealed each time I ride my heaven on two wheels. My heaven on two wheels. Heaven on two wheels, my heaven on two wheels. All right, thanks again. That was Heaven on Two Wheels. My sister says that Billy, my brother-in-law, is watching on YouTube. And that's another thing. If you're having problems with Facebook, sometimes Facebook is kind of winicky when it comes to when it comes to like signal strength and everything. You can switch over to YouTube and that tends to be a little bit better when Facebook is starting to go wrong. And if you have a YouTube account, of course, you can leave comments on YouTube as well. I'll still be able to see them. Most of my viewing comes from Facebook, but YouTube is still a good alternative if you're having problems with Facebook. And gonna keep the music rolling with a song called God and Whiskey. She pulls me aside in the darkest of night just to see what this love can bring. It's a magical tide through the dizzying slide of this dance of liquid sting. This pleasure and pain on the lowest of planes makes my slowing body sing. God and whiskey, come release me. Break the dam on this river in my chest, yeah. God and whiskey, come and kiss me. Hold me in your toxic caress. Walk through the halls and bump into the walls as this room spins round and round. I'm red to the face, can't remember the place where this kind of love was found. She takes my hand, I can barely stand, but I sure can kiss the ground. God and whiskey, come release me. Break the dam on this river in my chest, yeah. God and whiskey, come and kiss me. Hold me in your toxic caress. I answer the phone with a groan and a moan, and it slowly wakes my mind. It's barely disguised in my whispers and sighs. I just leave all sense behind. I walk to the door, then I fall to the floor, all for someone else to find. God and whiskey, come release me. Break the dam on this river in my chest, yeah. God and whiskey, come and kiss me. Hold me in your toxic caress. Just another day in this war of dismay, and it's where I most belong. I swear it's the end, but it's harder to mend. I still sing this drinking song. I hope and I pray, take this burden away, 'cause I know this ploy is wrong. God and whiskey, come release me. Break the dam on this river in my chest, yeah. God and whiskey, come and kiss me. Hold me in your toxic caress. Toxic caress. All right. That song takes a little bit out of me whenever I play it. We're still in the midst of the big heat wave here in New York. And you really start to feel it after a while, especially since I don't have the AC on while I'm performing. So it really starts to show. All right, moving on. This is Chasing Her Dream off my first record. She takes her post at the supermarket, she's been working since her high school years. Time goes slowly as the patrons come and go by. The constant tone ringing in her ears. Late at night in the darkness of her childhood, after she closes the store, she lies awake with her wings tucked into her blanket, wondering if there's more. She's chasing her dream, wherever it may go, whatever it may be. She's chasing her dream, heaven only knows to what it will lead. She's chasing her chasing her dream. She packs her bags and she takes off running. Her goal is the California sun. She meets up with some old friends who have somehow ended up there too. They all know what she had done. Late at night she takes her little Jackie by the hand. He says she'll be okay. She can't see past the smirk that is her own reflection. She drowns the pain away. She's chasing her dream, wherever it may go, whatever it may be. Chasing her dream, heaven only knows to what it will lead. Oh, his eye is on her as she spins around, but he doesn't stop her as she lays her weary soul down. She lays her weary soul down. In the coolness of a Texas winter, her face holds a mortal stare. She always said she would find herself or die trying. No, no, but it doesn't end there. It's late at night as the rain pounds on my window under the city lights. A little bird spreads his wings for the first time. A sparrow takes her flight. She's chasing her dream, wherever it may go, whatever it may be. She's chasing her dream, heaven only knows to what it will lead. She's chasing her dream, chasing her dream. All right. Move along here. Glad you guys are enjoying the show so far. I'm going to do 3 more songs and then I'll do the new one for you. This is Ember. I can't sleep tonight. There's 1,000 fireflies. Tomorrow fears it might. Glowing yellow stain my eyes. It occurs to me, more so than I wish to say, the pain of which I sing, built up longer than today. There is still an ember, a flicker of a flame that made it through the worst falls, the desert storm and rain. Tomorrow I will try again, but tonight here I lay. I work through the day. In the moment I ignore, I collect my pay, but I won't return for more. With my inner strife on this filter system too, I can't live my life at a wall I can't break through. There is still an ember, a flicker of a flame that made it through the worst falls, the desert storm and rain. Tomorrow I will try again, but tonight here I lay. When the moon is new, or the cover clouds my stay, that's when I must escape. There's only so much I can take. There is still an ember, a flicker of a flame that made it through the worst falls, the desert storm and rain. Tomorrow I will try again, but tonight here I lay. But I can't move tonight. All right, so that was Ember. Twig said he's got loud thunder where he is. I should turn on the other light over here because it is getting kind of unseasonably dark for this time of day. Just give me a second here. The lights in my studio are connected to a smart home thing, so I can turn them on from right here. There we go. Always nice to have something like that. But we should be okay for a little while. It hasn't started raining. There's a little bit of a breeze I can see out there, but we're doing okay as far as that's concerned. And also, I have in-ears that I'm using to hear myself, so. It is kind of high technology, Joe. It's not hooked up to any kind of like an Alexa or something where I can just say, Alexa, turn on whatever light. But it is on my phone, and it is a nice thing to have once in a while. I also have a program to turn on and off at certain times so that I try to stay on a pretty steady sleep schedule with it, or pretty steady work schedule at least. But that should even it out a little bit. Twigs asked, do I have a camera on my laptop? I don't use a laptop. I have a desktop computer, but yes, I do have a camera on it. That's what I'm using to project everything. It makes it a lot easier to but my camera is like built into the computer itself, so that does make it a lot easier to I look great. You need an eye exam, Twigs. That's always my joke, especially when I'm all sweaty and stuff, you know. I'm no Bruce Springsteen, I'll put it that way. Anyway, this is Think of Me. Ah, the good old days when life was big and wonderful, and love was just a silly game for two. We could run and play, spend our hours together, with no one else around but me and you. But I still see your silhouette beneath the fog of the window of the quarterback's car. My broken heart could only watch as he took you and branded you your first lover's scar. Now it's all of these years later, and the quarterback's long gone. I'm still alone in this little house, but I'm singing our old song. Do you ever think of all the times we'd look up at the stars, or our evenings at the cafe Watershed? Do you remember when we used to race out to the willow tree, or the endless nights just talking on your bed? Our youth and our simplicity. Do you ever think of me? Now when he came along, he swept me off my feet. I should have known the trouble he would lead me in. We would talk for a little while, then he'd just sit back and smile. The sweet talker's words can crawl under my skin. Then one night I let it happen. I had known what I had done. Behind your back, right in front of you, we couldn't last too long. Do you ever think of all the times we'd look up at the stars, or our evenings at the cafe watershed? Do you remember when we used to race out to the willow tree, or the endless nights just talking on your bed? Our youth and our simplicity. Do you ever think of me? I can't count the times that I have said I'm sorry to you in my mind, but I never got the chance to say I love you just one time. Now it's all these years later, and the quarterback's long gone. I'm still alone in this little house, but I'm singing our old song. 'Cause I always think of all the times we look up at the stars, and our evenings at the cafe watershed. And I remember when we used to race out to the willow tree, and all the endless nights was talking on my bed. I love you and I miss you. I still think of you. Do you ever think of me? All right, thanks again. I'll play one more song for you, then I'll debut the new one. Bring out the other guitar for the rest of the set. Okie doke. All right, here we go. This is Uptown Shell. Towers and streets, they never spare a passing glance at a cold, mangled-bodied, threadbare ass. Calloused hands, hefty bangs under bloodshot eyes. Concrete rest, the sidewalk's my bed tonight, so be polite. I am an uptown shell, no place to rest my head upon. I am an uptown shell, everything I had is gone, 'cause even the foxes have their dens, and the birds of the air have nests, but there is no place to rest for an uptown shell. Day after day, held by the poison in my hand, stumbling through, hold down a job as long as I can. The choices I make leave me searching for a reason rhyme. Where it went wrong, I wonder as I bide my time. It's all that's mine. I am an uptown shell, Uptown Shell, no place to rest my head upon. I am an uptown shell. Everything I had is gone, 'cause even the foxes have their dens, and the birds of the air have nests, but there is no place to rest for an uptown shell. No place for an uptown shell. All right, that was Uptown Shell. Let me just adjust one thing really quick. So this is the new song that I'm going to be playing. This is Dust on My Face. This is still a new song, still a work in progress song. I did change a lyric right before going live today. And it's too new to be put on the new record, but I am opening it up to the possibility of releasing it as a standalone single after the album comes out, because it does connect with the theme of the whole record. All right, so here we go. I've seen all their faces, unhealthy and poor, not yet to be mothers, show up at our door. You pray for their souls, then turn them away, like a plague that can kill you if their touch were to stay. Imagine if you were to be in their shoes. Could you feel desperation and nowhere to move? Where fortune deceives you in its sickening game. I wonder if you would still think the same. The dust on my face, how does it compare to the blood that's on yours and cakes in your hair? Your silence is loud against the words that you say. When the battles you lost, you'll fight anyway. Yet I've seen you forgive the men who have killed the mothers and children who passed through this field. They gave them no mercy and no last goodbyes. They gave no I'm sorry, but you said it was fine. And then you defend those who think that their pain compares to the victims of genocide plain. When your own children left stripped of and cried, you left them alone and did not bat an eye. The dust on my face, how does it compare to the blood that's on yours and cakes in your hair? Your silence is loud against the words that you say. When the battles you lost, you fight anyway. I learned it the hard way when you went after me to defy your commands when they're against the sea. I was a tool for a vision so cruel. You needed joy and this freedom. I've felt this before. Now that I'm gone, don't await my return, for I have seen heaven with no blood nor burn. The dust on my face, how does it compare to the mud that's in yours, the cakes in your hair? Your silence is loud against the words that you say. When the battles you lost, you'll fight anyway. And the ones are worth fighting, you leave us astray. All right, so that was the new song, Dust on My Face. And I will keep working on that tune and get it to exactly where I would like it to be. And let it say what exactly I want it to say. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but I hope you enjoyed it. My sister said, great new song. Thank you so much, Kat. But we're going to move on now to a song that's not so new. It's another one that's going to be on the new record. This one's more on the brighter side of things. This is Our Satisfaction. Some people like to hit the town on a Saturday night, from a swagger to a swoon. They dance and drink till the wee hours of the morning light to some new familiar tune. But with you I can rest easy, dance alone to our hearts beating as one. 'Cause we got our own song and it goes sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Some people like to hit up God on a Sunday morning with Jesus on their tongue, their hands wide open and arms reaching towards the sky, singing to a worship song. But you and me, we step outside and listen to the birds perched on a tree. That's all the worship I will ever need. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Some people like to hit the road in the early hours on just about any day. We chase the sun until it sets above our heads, and a campfire makes its way. So me and you and all my friends, we come together, souls in hand. We tell our stories, share reactions. It's where we get our satisfaction. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. All right, thanks again. That was our satisfaction. And one thing I forgot to mention about the new song is that if you are a member of Patreon, in a couple of days you'll be getting a recording of this performance of the song, and it'll be available as audio as well as video, exclusively for Patreon. And if you're interested in getting that, you can become a patron today. It starts as little as $1 a month. It's a monthly subscription service where you get a whole bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. Right now I'm displaying some artwork that I've been working on up until I think August is going to be the last time we do that. So if you're interested, you can go to patreon.com/Kyle Hancherek and pledge as much as you would like, or as much as you can, as much as you're willing to, as much as you want. It's all good. All right, so now, moving on with the set list, I'll do a softer one for you. This is I Saw My Child. I saw my child in a clearing in the rain, so clear and yet so dark. Despite the storm that creeps from the distance, he flies like a meadowlark. The eagle soars, the thunder roars. I saw my child as innocence blinds him, and lightning takes its mark. I saw my child as he willingly fell in the arms of a docile beast. A gentle smile betrays the hunger, and sharpened swords on his teeth. Generations poor have let this monster roar. I saw my child as it woke from its slumber. Into his flesh it sings. I saw my child as he raised his hand, asking for peace and for love. The guard, he laughs and orders his men to stone, to shame and to shove. Broken and resigned, he gets back in line. I see my child as he dies to a shell, and I weep from heaven above. I see my child as he dies to a shell, and I weep from heaven above. All right, so that was I Saw My Child. We'll roll right into the next song. This is Orlando. My name is Orlando, I'm living on death row. This place is a steady flow of rain. If you can see me through, I'm writing this for you, so that I will not just die in vain. So I am a killer and once was a dealer, and there sits a lot of us in here. They threw us away when our guilt it was proven, and now we await our face with fear. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody listening? Will I be gone once this goes out? Will God ever forgive me? Or kill me for the things I've done, despite my sorrow, prayers and shouts? A sliver of sunlight will shine like a spotlight when we stand together in our place. We're praising our children, we mourn our ambitions as we paint the smiles upon our face. God is a presence, I feel in my senses whenever the silence rears its head. I ask for forgiveness from all I have wronged, as I fear that He'll simply strike me dead. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody listening? Will I be gone once this goes out? Will God ever forgive me? Or kill me for the things I've done, despite my sorrow, prayers and shouts? For 20 years they did suspend, but now they're primed to kill again. They stand and scoff at my despair. I will cry, mercy please, I'll beg until I'm on my knees, but they won't listen, they won't care. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody listening? Will I be gone once this goes out? Will God ever forgive me? Or kill me for the things I've done, despite my sorrow, prayers and shouts? My name is Orlando, I'm living on death row. This place is a steady flow of rain. If you can see me through, I'm writing this for you so that I will not just die in vain. All right, thanks again. That was Orlando. I'm going to play two more songs for you. I know it's 8 o'clock now, so I'll do two more to close out the night. And thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the new song, as well as the rest of the show. This next tune is Baltimore. TV shows you an illusion. There's a darker side of town. They tremble at the thought of being next in line as the higher powers pound. The lucky ones sweat out the city jail. The others blaze a rosewood, brown and blood red trail. Baltimore, can you hear your children crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Let the revolution pass through Baltimore. Jail van skids through these poor man's streets. We just let them have their fun. His hands are tied, his body's loose against this floor and walls. That'll teach him not to run. Head to Great Bar and he's gone. Skies turn to gray as his soul passes on. Baltimore, can you hear your children crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Let the revolution pass through Baltimore. These martyrs leave their sidewalks wounded and stained. It's up to us to summon down the cleansing rain. The names are stapled to our chests. We won't stop till they can rest. Baltimore, can you hear children crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Baltimore, can you hear the country crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Let the revolution pass through Baltimore. Revolution pass through Baltimore. All right, thanks again. Thanks again, everybody, for coming out tonight. I'm going to do one more song for you. I see that Don Webb is here. Thank you so much for joining us, Don. Don is the photographer who took the pictures for the for my promos and the before and after album covers, as well as for Breathe. So, I'm going to do one more song for you. I'm going to close out with How You Say Goodbye. Thank you all very, very much for coming out today. I'm sorry for sweating so much, but it is hot up here in New York. We are in the midst of a heat wave. Hopefully this will be the last day of it, and it'll go down to at least somewhat normalcy. But nonetheless, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was great to have you here with us. And if you liked the show, please remember to leave a like on the video and share it. For those of you who are new here, thanks so much for joining us for the first time. My name is Kyle Hancherek, coming to you from Warwick, New York. If you're interested in supporting the show in any way, there are several ways you can do it. You can join my mailing list at kylehancherek.com/mailing-list. My next newsletter is going to be going out on Friday, and I do them monthly, or at least I try to. If you're interested in any financial support, there are two options. You can go to patreon.com/kylehancherek, where you will also get a audio copy of today's performance of the new song, Dust on My Face. As you can also go to PayPal if you just want to leave a one-time tip. You can go to paypal.me/KyleHancherek. If you are able, if you're not, don't worry about it. The least I would ask is to like the video and share it. Spread the word if you enjoyed what you heard tonight. But thank you very much for tuning in. Glad you could join me. I'm going to close out with how you say goodbye. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Bases are loaded. I bow down to the floor. A single shot on this screen plot is all I'm asking for. September is faded. No room for wanting more. My sad goodbye that's spoken to this stadium and shores. The temple is floating. The cheers sound much too good. Backyard sales of tallest tales is far too understood. I'm taking my chances with a slightly crooked grin and a fire in my eyes and a timely telling sin. If the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight, swing of the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy seal. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. So many moments, but none to save the day. I never had that chance, but that's the price I had to pay. But now I am grounded. The fans ignite the flame, and the lightning says straight road ahead to glory and to fame. When the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight, swinging the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy seal. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. Oh, this face looks better than a morning glory bloom, but I've struck out way more times. You can't fit in this old room, but as I turn to leave, I'll find a strength I'll never tell. So I'm climbing up the down escalator for one last kiss farewell. And the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight, swinging the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy seal. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. Oh, and that, my friends, is how I say goodbye. All right, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. It's always great to play for you guys, do shows like this. Hope you enjoyed the new stuff. Again, it'll be available on Patreon in a couple days. And I'm glad you could join me tonight. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in. Where did I put my glasses? There they are. A lot of you joined us tonight Let's see, Joe's here, of course, Don Webb, Twigs. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, my sister, for joining me tonight. It's always great to see you here. Oh, man. You guys are great. Thank you to Alan for joining us tonight as well. You guys have been great. But I got to go cool off because tonight's show took a little bit out of me. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Our next live stream is going to be on Friday. I do have an in-person show tomorrow at Coquito in Warwick, New York. And if you're in the area, I hope you can join us. I believe it's with Ronnie, if I remember correctly. I hope you can join me for that. It's going to be from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. But for the rest of you, I will be back on stream on Friday, July 2nd, for the first installment of another series that I'm going to be doing. It's a short one, only 2 parts, called 10 Degrees, and which is what I'm wishing for right now. But nonetheless, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to go. But thank you so much. Again, Friday on stream and Thursday at Coquito. Thanks for joining us tonight. Peace and love, you guys. I'll see you soon.